Student Scott Manna. Have a seat. This is very important. All righty. Do you have any questions before we tell you the results?
No, ma'am.
Are you nervous?
Yes.
You should be.
I'm in here for a car theft and armed robbery. The night I was arrested, I got with some of my friends. We decided that we could get this guy, well, drug person, so we gonna actually steal from him. We end up waiting outside the house. Basically, we was kind of in the bushes waiting for him, man. I was high, you know, drunk. We stuck him up, hit him with the gun, basically, and drove off in his car. I had a gun when I was 11, and I shot it a lot for no reason. First time I got into a shoot, I was 12. I didn't give no fuck about what happened. I didn't care about what was gonna happen, what I did.
Akheem struggled when he first got here. He came in, was very loud, boisterous, and at times violent.
Daily bull crap right here.
Fortunately, after his first 3 or 4 months, I think something clicked for him, and slowly he started to really make those good decisions. Akheem took his education very seriously, which is very important for anybody in a correctional facility. The more education you get while you get in, are doing well, they go to college and they get good jobs.
It's time for me to get out now because I know I changed. I know who to be around and who not to be around and what, you know, just what to do, period. I want to go get a job. I want to go get a house. I want to get a girl to live with and be cool.
We have to question, is Mr. Manna really ready to go home? Or in fact, is he an aggressive bully that has not learned to handle his aggression?
How did you get the heroin?
One of my friends introduced me to it
How were you affording to pay for it?
by selling my mom's pills.
What are you doing?
Calm down. Stop kicking my door. Stop. 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 Stop.
You don't have to fucking bend my hand like that, dog.
Relax. You relax and we relax.
That's the big thing about release hearings. It can never be 100% guaranteed that you're going to make the right decision. They should be nervous, but they should be prepared. Their interview with us will determine whether or not they're ready or not to go home.
They're 15 and 16 years old, you know. They're a nervous wreck when they come. Usually they've spent months here and sometimes years here. And talking to us is, you know, we're deciding their fate, whether or not they're going to get to go home.
Hey, supposed to be going up for my release hearing. Woke up with anxiety. Cause I know they can say no and I know I can get denied, so.
All right, Student Scott Manna, we have reviewed your packets. We know your history. Our decision is going to be based upon what you say here today, so you have to convince us. for us to know that you've learned something from this and that it's not going to happen again.
Yes.
Why are you in the Department of Corrections?
I got caught with some crack and got put on house arrest.
So what did using drugs lead you to do?
Committing crimes,
Like what kind of crimes?
violent crimes, breaking into houses, stealing, robbing.
I think you probably use drugs quite a bit, correct?
So how many years do you feel like you've wasted because of your substance abuse issues?
4 years if I wasn't on the run or trying to dodge. Honestly, that's the first step of getting in trouble.
What do you mean?
From using drugs, it goes on to everything. Because when I play back my whole life, I noticed that when I started using, that was the first thing that turned my whole life into like what it is now.
When you get out of here, are you going to use?
Oh no, no sir.
It says here that you want to work. What type of job are you going to try to seek?
I kind of don't know. Yeah, just because I know I'm gonna be in college, I'm going for medical, so.
Which field in medical?
Nursing.
Nursing? You know it's going to be a tough road, a lot of science.
Yeah.
You think you're prepared?
That's one of my higher test scores, one of my best.
It says here your placement is with your sister.
Yeah,
How is that going to work out with you?
good. We always had a good relationship. She'd been through a lot of stuff during the time when I lost my parents, so she was with me all the time.
And how well is she doing? Has she set a great example for you?
She really one of my motivation. I look up to her.
Positive influence.
Cap, you want to talk about his conduct?
You were involved in the incident with Officer Andrew.
Where you and the two other students were basically surrounding him and taunting him.
You guys were adamant about you were just playing around. You wasn't going to hurt the officer. Then I see your last conduct report was inciting a riot. Seems to be kind of on the same subject.
We was rapping in a day room.
And that led to somebody thinking you were inciting a riot?
Were you playing around that time too? It says you're not following the officer's instructions to stop and settle down.
You may have felt that what you were doing was just rapping, just having a good time. But someone else perceived that differently, right? I want you to stand up for a second. Now, you're a pretty good-sized kid. Think about how other people feel when you approach them and how your mannerisms can be threatening to them. And it's important for you to understand that you've got a responsibility on how you present yourself to other people so that they're not in fear when you come in the room. Go ahead and have a seat. More questions? Anyone on the panel? Do you have any questions for us?
No, ma'am.
Okay, I'm going to ask you to step out of the room now. Thank you.
He has shown that he can't control himself.
And that's what we thought 4 or 5 months ago when we went out, and that was a major assault. We're lucky no one was seriously injured in that.
You feel like we're good to go on this one? All right, let's bring you back in. Okay, what does everybody think?
My least favorite part of the job is when you do go home at night and you see the 6 o'clock news and you recognize that name of a kid maybe we used to have who's committed a terrible offense and he's hurt other people. Working with adults in corrections, the likelihood for change is not as much. With these kids, nearly 80% of our kids don't come back. They just become working class citizens, maybe even doctors, lawyers. But there's times where you know that kid may be one of our 20%ers. So the decision that we're making needs to be the correct one.
They may say all the right things, they may have done all the right things, but when it finally comes down to it, can they control the violent tendencies that they brought here?
Tired of this place. I'm ready to go home, man. I'm telling you, bro. I'm tired of this food. I'm tired of these clothes. I'm tired of everything, for real, man. I got plans after this, for real. Plans to go home, get a job, you feel me? Make a baby or two, for real.
All right, the first thing I want to bring up is the difficult youth he's had. Removed from his biological parents in 2004, adopted at the age of 8, numerous foster cares, but in all of this, he failed. He struggled and he failed.
All the men in his family are in some sort of lockup, or have been, or will be.
Getting his GED, I think, has given him hope, because he seems like he smiles a lot more, like when he's in the dining hall. He's not as aggressive.
Since he's gotten here, I noticed when I was working in recreation that he, from the time that he got here to now, is a whole different thing, because he used to come in there just as loud as can be, and he wanted to make sure everybody knew he was there and didn't want to listen to anything.
Is anybody concerned that Scott Manna is a threat to the community when he leaves?
I don't necessarily think he's a threat. I mean, he's a threat to himself more than anything else.
I think he still likes to stir things up, though. All right, anything else? So you feel like we're good to go on this one? All right, let's bring you back in. I'm going to bring an issue to the table to discuss regarding a student that we promoted to release phase. We learned that prior to this student coming to the release review committee, he actually got into an altercation with another student. The concern is, should this student be released?
It's time for me to, grow up and get on my own. I don't want to be under nobody's house, roof no more. That's the type of stuff I'm on right now, so.
All righty. Do you have any questions before we tell you the results? Okay. Congratulations, you have your promotion to release phase.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Good job.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Crushed my hand.
Thank you.
Congratulations, you're gonna make a great nurse.
Thank you.
They don't take care of me.
All right, Blakely. See you, man. Feeling good on top of the world right now, man. Yeah, I done made release. I just can't wait to see everybody. 1 week and I'm gone. Give me 4 days. My family, my nieces, and my sisters, and my brother.
Morning. Morning. Before we do our morning incident monitoring meeting, I want to bring an issue to the table to discuss regarding a student that we promoted to release phase. We learned that prior to this student coming to the release review committee, he actually got into an altercation with another student. So we're going to review the video, which is only a partial video because they did cover the camera. So Mr. Radersdorf, you want to show us that video?
This is student Hester standing in the middle. And you'll see Scott Manna come up from this, down the bottom left, come up. And right now they're squaring off. Looks like they're about to fight there, but then remember that there's a camera there. So you see Scott Manna look up at the camera. Now the camera will be covered from 8:10 to approximately 8:15.
So we can't see the actual incident. I think knowing what his injuries were will tell you, what kind of a interaction the two of them had.
Let's face it, it was a full-blown fight. You don't cover up the camera if you're going to horseplay with somebody. I mean, that's ridiculous. There's no way anyone in the room believed that.
It is part of our job to tell the student's family and to talk to the student and give them the bad news. Sometimes they still don't even comprehend that despite their actions, they will be held accountable.
Pop 12 for me, Cyrus. Come here. So you know that they reviewed the cameras of what happened in the dining hall. And y'all was fighting.
He ran up on me. He ran up on me and tried to hit me. I went over him.
But y'all were fighting.
I wasn't fighting.
There was enough people in there to the little investigation that they saying y'all was fighting. Point blank, that's it, okay. All right. As a result, I just got through talking to the superintendent, and they're gonna hold your release. I talked to your sister. I just got through talking to her.
What though, man?
I just told you.
Why would I be getting held for, man? That's the whole point. That's nice way to tell me to just go fight him.
Lower your voice for one. Lower your voice. I don't go there. Lower your voice. 2, that decision's already been made. Now what happens is how you gonna respond to it.
So y'all put my release about what somebody said?
About what was in that camera?
What was
about
in the
your
camera?
hand being hurt?
What was in the
about
camera?
you
though?
admitting that your hand was hurt for hitting that boy?
And I don't know why the I'm getting held for no reason, man.
Akheem, you sure you don't want to take no time out? Why don't you take at least 15 minutes? Right now he's upset. Of course, he's agitated. He feels he didn't do anything wrong, but now he's gonna be held.